That's something you'll regret, man. I'm hotter than most niggas. I make the speakers sweat, man. And I got 7 Mile on my back. Jack the Ripper, mass murderer on the track, yeah. I'm in the club with a mug so mean. I'm fresh to death, so crispy, so clean. So swangalicious, my style is so vicious. And everybody love my voice like Jada Kisses. I'm immortal, the truth not fictitious. Cause these niggas soft as hell like baby kisses. And I got that swag. I got that swag. I got that swag.
What's going on, everybody?
I got that swag. I got the haters like Rio when they step in the club. They so sick, smoke filling up the VIP. It's so thick.
What's good, everybody? Today, on the Wake and Bake Show, we are going to be listening to a bunch of tracks that you've never heard before. I went through my phase 1 and I started talking about phase 1, and I realized that a lot of what is 8 times 2 if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. I wanted to talk about today some of the tracks that kind of like made me when I was like underground, you know, just coming up underground artists had tracks like When I Come, and it wasn't like that. Old school tracks like When I Come, where I, you know, was more lyrical, more hungry, more this was like deep down gritty me. Yeah, so in my excitement to let you hear some of the stuff that I've done way deep in the past, I forgot to say good morning and welcome to the Wake and Bake Show. I am your host, 16 the Icon, aka Mr. Superhero Swag, and today's episode is Tony Stark. Tony Stark. I believe I already did an Iron Man episode. I'm almost positive that I have multiple Iron Man shirts, so this is, I think, the second time that I've worn Tony. I went Iron Man the first time I titled, and this time I'm gonna go with Tony Stark. That's what we'll do. But yeah, this episode, what we're doing is we're gonna talk about you know, a little bit about phase 2. We want to keep that theme going because a lot of people, you know, with me with the Marvel theme there, you know, we want to kind of keep that going, telling you what was up with phase 2. It's like, ironically, phase 2 was one of my shorter phases because there was stuff in the phase 2 that didn't make it all the way out of the pre-production stage. We did like maybe 5 or 6 songs here and there, and those songs did not make it to full-blown projects to where there were 13 or 17 songs to where it was a full project and we could drop it. So some of those songs will trickle in through later projects that will be coming out courtesy of Nevis Entertainment. But right now, phase 2 was kind of strange because I had Getting Shit Off My Mind Volume 4 start off phase 2 after the Icon on Crack 1 and 2. So it was like me going back to what got me to Icon on Crack, which was the Getting Shit Off My Mind mixtapes, and doing a combination of Crack-A-Lack's production, Pope Don King's production, Don T's production, Fat Maestro's production, Nutso E Money's production. It was, it was a combination of that and industry beats that was all over the whole series. Getting Shit Off My Mind volumes 1 through 4. So, that didn't fully translate to when, you put it on Spotify, because I had songs. I don't know if I could find any of them right now because I'm talking about it. So I want to kind of go into, oh man, I wanted to.
You make me want to leave the one I'm with and start a new relationship with you. This is what you do. True, I couldn't fight the attraction, but you better than Cool J and Michael Jackson. So I sprung into action. Time was racing, heart was racing. When I hit your inbox for the application, no reply, but I can see it in your eye.
Okay, so yeah. So much stuff that y'all have not heard, man. It's insanity. But yeah, so that was on No Beat Is Safe. That was on one of the No Beat Is Safe projects. And once again, if you are a subscriber to 16 TV and you would like access to one of the tracks that no one else on the planet, you will be in a class all your own, because these songs are not available anywhere else but unless you comment down below and I send them to you. I get your information and send them to you. There you go. And trust me, I've got a lot of songs from phase 2, because phase 2 was, it was already short. It had volume 4, it had The Purge, which was No Beat Is Safe 2, it had Necrodamus, which was No Beat Is Safe 1. Then you got the only other project that was in phase 2 that made it out was Icon on Crack 3, The Crackdown. A lot of volume 4 didn't make it. There was a lot of song shuffling when it came time to release things to the world, as opposed to just being on the street and being street level. There was a lot of song shifting, a lot of moving around, a lot of nope, I don't want that because it doesn't sound of the same quality of this. There was a lot of that going on. So literally there is at least 2 more projects that were a part of phase 2, and one of them you'll definitely hear songs from. That was mine and Ichiban Sai, the Masked Man, the real Ichiban Sai, D.A. real Ichiban Sai, the real Ichiban Sai, on Instagram, because of that clown that stole his Instagram, hacked it somehow, and was doing this crazy ass Cash App bullshit. Clown, straight clown. Shout out to Ichiban Sai, still throwing Gomi Bakos in the trash can. But yeah, a lot of those tracks that we had a project called The Adventures of Jiroku, The Adventures of Ichiban and Jiroku. And that project, we only had like 6 or 7 songs, so we were gonna release it as an EP, but that the artwork wasn't the size that I needed in order to post it. So rather than pay for additional artwork, and I had artwork for something else, being cost effective. Yeah. So those are some of the songs that will pop up on Iconic Collabs coming at you in June, along with a host of other dope rappers, dope MCs that I'm affiliated with. And yeah, we're gonna definitely do that. Now, yeah, I had on here about, not being able to get some of the songs from Volume 4 and not being able to get either of the No Beat It Safes on DistroKid. And in my notes, I had on here that they were like, like, old dude, the fat dude from Seinfeld that was in Jurassic Park. Yeah, I had that in my notes with a smiley face laughing at it. So, but yeah, what had happened with those other two projects, one of the other projects that was supposed to be part of Phase 2 was I had gotten album art for it and everything, and it was Straight Hood Icon. And the album art, once again, shout out to Sincere Sinatra and Royal House Inc. That artwork is still crispy. It has one side of me, which is the Cap City, and the other side of me, which is the Motor City. And the man, I mean, I sing the guy's praises all the time, but if you need artwork, you definitely need to holler at Royal House Inc. and Sincere Sinatra, because the man is very talented with what he does. But I'm going to definitely do Straight Hood Icon, but as I said in another video, it was all about them dream sellers, man. It's all about them dream sellers. I ran into a dream seller that, had me. I was running around making sure I was trying to get everything together for Sony. I'm about to do, Sony, FMQN, Sony. They pull you in with this thing. And we'll have, we'll do a special. We'll do a special where we talk about the different types of dream sellers and different stuff that these cats out here, man, it's a dirty game. When they say it's a dirty game, it really is a dirty game, because it's cats out here that know that you are out here with your heart and soul. They know you are out here with everything you have, throwing it into your music, throwing it into your craft. And their aim is to get out here and bleed you dry as much as possible. That's their whole aim, is to get out here and get you, because they know you want it and they feel like you want help getting it, and let me be the one to help you get it for a fee. And they get you. So I had ran into this one dream seller. He was talking that Sony shit. He was talking to Sony FMQN. He was talking real good, but he was doing strange things with the money, and karma. You can't play with people's livelihood. People, have been working since they was 12 years old. There are other artists that were involved with this whole fiasco. If you still follow me and see that I'm definitely, mentioning, calling it out, but I'm not mentioning any names, because you gotta keep respect for those people that are no longer with us. But while they were with us, they were doing shady things, and they were not connected to Marshall Mathers in any way. But yeah, so, the only, like I said, the Icon on Crack 3 out of Phase 2, the only things that really came to you were, Volume 4 got cut drastically. Volume 4 had the street version of Getting Shit Off My Mind. Volume 4, this shit right here, had at least 19 songs. Because I even had an extra song, and the extra song that was on there ended up on Volume 2 on the Spotify release. It's called Allen Iverson. That was on Volume 4. Listen carefully. But yeah, it was crazy because the final piece of phase 2 was Icon on Crack 3. And in my mind, when we did this, this was like man, that CD was like Return of the Jedi or yeah, or No Way Home or some shit. Like, it was really like the crowning jewel of that trilogy. And in my mind, when we ended the Icon on Crack 3, I didn't know where we were gonna go from there. It was kind of like, the last thing that I said, and I definitely want to go to that because that was dope. And I find it, yeah, the last thing that I said, the last track that I did on Icon on Crack 3 was Swan Song. And at that time, I was just so frustrated with everything that was going on. I was just so frustrated with everything that was going on, with how many whack rappers there was, how much, the audience was appreciating the bullshit. And, I just really wanted to just go into hibernation and like Godzilla, and just not come back out until, it was time for the Titans. Because there was just so much trash out there. You had your Fetty Waps, you had your Lil Yachty's, you had the Young Thugs emerging, you had Soulja Boy was still here, you had the one dude with the ice cream cone tattooed on his face, Gucci, yeah, you had the Gucci Mane, and bruh, I was for real done. Man. I just felt like at that point, I just really felt like they didn't, the industry didn't want, and still to this day, to a point, doesn't want anything with any substance. If you really have any talent, they want you to use that talent to push the agenda that they're pushing. And if you're not pushing that agenda, they will find people who are willing to push the agenda, and they will be garbage, and they're easy to move around. So but I did this because I was kind of done, and I think I might be getting close to the end of the video, so just check it out.
Crack a lag on the track. It's my swan song, you know what I'm saying?
I was done, man.
Y'all wanna listen to that garbage bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't respect real rap no more. So I'm just gonna
Harambe Pot.
And let y'all listen to that bullshit. That's what y'all want. Y'all want that panda. I can't do that, man. Way more intelligent lyricists than that. When I came in the game, straight solo, Mario Van Peebles, flow sharp as Ginsu steel, no equal. From the very start, everybody in the hood, even the OGs was like, that
boy good.
I stayed right though, listening to the classics, KRS to DOC, Skills Jurassic. Not these fools on the radio now, they ain't motivating jack, no way, no how. The future is the future, then the future is bleak, cause all the songs are weak, all I like is the beats. Black is the new black, I done said it before, mix coonery with a dance, and they ready to go. So, this is my swan song, I'm about to kick back, better get a piece of the rock, no more of this crack. Once you gone, they the leader of your fan club, acting like it cost them racks to show your man love. My voyage goodbye, bring the curtain down, whack rappers gon' rise, that's the certain.
See, and I don't know how much time I got, so I don't want to rewind it back, but that right there was another shout out to Gilly. When you're gone, they the leader of your fan club, acting like it cost a rack to show your man love. Cause it don't cost you nothing to show a nigga love, right? Word to Gilly, right? But motherfuckers act like it cost them a whole rack to tell a motherfucker when he doing his thing. That's like some real jealous. That's some real jealous shit, bro. That's some real jealousy type shit, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? Sing a motherfucker praises while they here to hear it. Instead of being the leader of their fan club, the moment they gone, you screaming and crying the loudest. But where was you at? Yeah, but that was deep. That was deep. Just had to sit on that one for a second. That was really deep. Yep, but this morning is kind of light, you know, running around, doing a couple of little things, but it's really a light morning. I definitely wanted to end with that Swan song, so I do got enough time. I haven't gotten the knock yet.
I'm about to kick back, better get a piece of the rock, no more of this crack. Once you're gone, they the leader of your fan club, acting like it costs a rack to show your man love. Bon voyage, goodbye, bring the curtain down. Whack rappers gonna rise, that's for certain now. This my Swan song, after this I'm gone. See you niggas at the crossroads like bone.
Hey, I said whack rappers gonna rise, that's for certain now. Cause I was leaving. At the end of Icon on Crack 3, you know, that was my Swan song. So I said, you know, whack rappers gonna rise. So then, and here's my favorite part, cause the knock just came. So here's my favorite part right here.
Hasta la vista, hasta luego. Adios, this the last of the fuego. This my Swan song, sayonara, I'm gone. Das vidanya, after this you get a dial tone. What more can I say? I made my own lane, they saying I'm in the way. I'm independent underground, they make me feel like I'm Jay. Since they can't compete, see they don't want me to play. Hey, see talent is outgone.
What more can I say? I made my own lane, they saying I'm in the way. I'm independent underground, they make me feel like I'm Jay. Since they can't compete, they don't want me to play. It's the truth. It's the truth though. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna hit the bow and I'm gonna leave it on Swan song. This is the Swan song for this particular episode. I'll see you guys in the morning. This has been another episode of the Wake and Bake Show. I am your host, 16, the Icon, aka Mr. Freeze, aka Mr. Superhero Swag, aka the Piranha of Hip Hop, aka the Charles Manson of Rap. Cause I'll kill you fools. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little bell down below so that you get alerts each and every time we drop new content.
After this you get a dial tone. What more can I say? I made my own lane, they saying I'm in the way. I'm independent underground, they make me feel like I'm Jay. Since they can't compete, see they don't want me to play. Hey, see talent is outdated, fans are frustrated, but look at all the whack MCs that done made it. Yes man, here, try this skirt, dye your dreads bright purple, yeah that works. They the